Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. So from the 37, here's second and 9. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, that fortunate time for the penalty there, that cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
What is up?
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen with Swift. It'll be a pickup at 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. And the penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Automatic first down.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking deep here from Mooney. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. DeAndre Swift racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago! DeAndre Swift, 81 yards. And the Bears take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A gain of 3, second down. Here's Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On third down, Robinson. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's fourth down.
An audible here to get a new look. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen. Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
2nd and 10. Throwing his Cousins. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other side right out of this one very quickly.
Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. But the crowd of both. First, do no harm. Right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
We're going. We're going. Let's go.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Falcons are back within a score.
And you think about starting this drive, you've just given up a long touchdown, and you're down 14-0 early. If you don't score here, there's a chance you might have to pack this one in before halftime. So that's a great response to go down the field and finish it with the touchdown run.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And space tough to come by there. So we get maybe a yard to the 37.
There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
To the air, Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They'll run with the Rutgers man, Kyle Monunga. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Working out of the gun, Williams. His throw incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Williams. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Watts. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, and now the interception.
That's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Handoff to Robinson out of the shotgun. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Cousins to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns, PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Onto the field now come the Bears. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Williams. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
To throw, Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41.
It's rare to see any quarterback talk back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Throwing, Cousins. Pass taken in by his good tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came up with a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. A complete to Drake London. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So, well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the 3rd quarter we march. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson.
And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
128 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
Zebra.
Now Cousins. And a third interception thrown by Cousins. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Divine Diablo there to make the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Looking to throw. Williams. And they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He's got room at the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Williams. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal.
What is that?
On the ground with a tight end. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
What is that?
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drop for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Robinson with another carry. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 164 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's first and 10. Algier going straight ahead. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Now second and 5. A give left side to Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
To throw, Cousins. That's complete to Mooney. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So now the Bears down 21-20, 2:09 to play. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here comes 2nd down. Back to throw. Williams. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. This one is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He's back to throw. That is caught. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35.
That's good for the Bears. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to throw. And again, back to Kmet. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
That's another Bears first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
What is that?
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now the attention on the Falcons offense. Trailing by 5. A little over 40 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Ready to up.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarter.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Ready to hurt.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
what's a black Grand National?